Okay, here's another job or self-employed opportunity, which would work especially great if you are a former trucker. In my previous, in one of my previous videos, I talked about being a financial broker, and I was saying that it might, be more beneficial for me, for example, instead of, getting more trailers and new trucks and stuff like that, get into the freight brokerage. But I just ran into something that, might be even a better thing. You don't have to work with as many clients each day. It might take longer, there's more paperwork, but the payouts can be big. And also, just like with being a load broker, with this kind of business, you don't need any employees, you don't need any money, pretty much. All you need is a phone and internet connection, and you can even work from any coffee shop or I don't know, hotel, wherever there's internet connection. And I ran into this when I was financing my truck and trailer. Like my first truck, I did the application at the dealer, and I asked them who they work with, and they said, okay, here's the company we work with. And this was actually a financial company. And by financial, I mean that this is the company that has the money to lend. And they submitted my application. I found the money for the down payment. Boom. And my contract is with the same company that we initially talked to, And I always thought that was the way how it's done, like when you go to a bank and the bank gives you the credit card, you see the name of the bank on the credit card, right? But when I was doing my next trailer, it was done the same thing through the same financial company. Actually, my first trailer, step deck, and then I was buying a very expensive accessory to that trailer, and I asked the guy that was like the manufacturer of this accessory. Actually, it was like a rolling tarp system, right? Very expensive. I said, "Who do you work with?" And he gave me a phone number of a guy, and I assumed he was the financial company. And the company was located in Saskatchewan, Canada. I'm in Ontario, right? So they're like 2,000 kilometers away. But who cares? As long as they give you the money, right? And we do all the paperwork, they approve me, and then all of a sudden I start getting two statements. One from these guys in Saskatchewan, and one from a bank in Ontario. And I call them and I say, basically, what the fuck, who are these guys? And then I start reading the fine print on the contract, and it says that they can assign, like my original contract with the Saskatchewan financial guys. It says that they can assign the contract without even asking me for approval. So they can give this contract to anyone, and then I'll just keep paying money to that to the new owner of the contract, so to speak. And then, I wasn't still sure how it worked, and then maybe a couple of years down the road, I finally figured out. They told me that they're just brokers. So what they do is they put the advertisements everywhere, online, in magazines, like, need financing, call us, like, we'll give you financed, we'll get you financed. And what they do is they get your application, and then they have, let's say, 10, 12, 20 lenders, usually probably around 10 that they work with, the same banks, or like real financial companies that have money, or maybe even private individuals that have some money sitting around, maybe some rich guys or girls, dentists or lawyers that just want to invest their money. And so what these guys do, then they shop around, they kind of like mortgage brokers, only they are brokers to finance your equipment. And this is a very specialized area. Normally, I think they don't do anything else. They only deal with equipment. And finally, that's what I figured out, that these guys were just brokers. They had none of their own money invested in this. And they just found this bank that was willing to take a chance on me, give me the money. And they just, gave the contract to them. Even I said, so who do I call if I have a problem? If I have maybe postpone a payment or make an extra payment. And they said, well, you call us, like these guys, the broker, no money company. But, and then we'll call on your behalf. So they still kind of want to keep tabs on what's going on, which is kind of funny. So, and the same thing happened now. I'm kind of shopping for another trailer, either whether to add a new trailer or just to, upgrade my current one for a more heavier trailer, like with more axles, so I can haul heavier and more expensive loads. And again, I go online on, we have a website in Canada here in Ontario called truckandtrailer.ca, and you go there, you can find all kinds of trucks and trailers, new and used, you know. And I look at the bottom there, and there's a whole bunch of menus, like icons, financing companies like Dan the Money Man, or, you know, call us, you know, we'll get you financed. And it looks like, you know, very solid. You go to their website, the link leads you to their website, very solid, you know, company, you know, good presentation on the website. And then I look at the Contact Us tab, and it gives me the offices. It looks like they have many offices throughout the province, through Ontario. And I find one in the town, in the nearby town where I live, near Kitchener, Ontario. So I call this guy, and finally, yeah, this guy already tells me like how he really works. So basically, he's like a self-employed guy. I don't think he even has an office. Basically, he works for this big broker, and the broker has no money. And just this guy, right away, I know, like the trailer dealer that is selling me this trailer, they told me that this guy used to work for them, trying to sell trailers. But you see, he transitioned from selling trailers to selling money for trailers. And I think it's a great, you know, racket. So basically, he sent me an application, told me what he needed from me, like, you know, some pay stubs, you know, my tax return, stuff like that. And I sent it to him, and then he told me that he has like 12 lenders, and he knows which lenders like, you know, what kind of risk, what kind of clients. And now he's gonna, you know, shop basically around among these 12 lenders and try to get my application approved. So actually, for me as a consumer, it's a good thing, because he's kind of working on my behalf. You know, he's really interested in getting me approved, because only then he will get his commission. And I think the way it works, just as in real estate, the commission is paid to his company, like the big broker company that I clicked on the icon on the web, right? The commission is paid to that company, and then that company pays him, I don't know, maybe 30–40%, you know. So if, let's say, the loan is for, I don't know, 40–50,000, and they charge, honestly I have no idea how much they charge, maybe 2%, 3%, then this guy will get probably 30–40% of that 2%, you know. But still, it's a kind of a very neat business, and I thought I would mention this for guys that have some experience, especially with equipment. So if you're looking to get out of trucking, let's say, or maybe you're mechanic, anyone that knows the value of trucks and trailers and various equipment would be, I think, a good candidate for this kind of job. So you can start it as a side, you know, part-time business, working from home, you know, working from a coffee shop, working from a hotel, from anywhere. It's kind of like being a mortgage broker, only in mortgage business, probably the loans are bigger, right? So here, let's say, a trailer in Canada, flatbed is about 30–40,000. A step deck is 40–50,000, depending on kind of what kind of materials used. Let's say aluminum or combo composition, steel plus aluminum. And then, of course, if you get into lowboy RGN trailers, those can run from anywhere from $50,000 to $500,000. Probably that's where the real money is, you know. And I know actually one guy, he kind of specializes in this. He's kind of a financing director, whatever you call it. Like, he works for one particular dealer only, trailer dealer, and he kind of specializes in this heavy haul trailers, and everyone calls him on his expertise, and he's like, you know, the wizard. He mainly deals with very expensive equipment. So that's another idea for you. I thought I would call this video how to make $2 million from home with no employees and no actual assets. But I don't know, I kind of like this one. At least here, you know, you're helping people get something useful. You know, you're not just you know, selling some vague dreams. You know, you're helping people get some, you know, real concrete equipment they can use in their business. Thanks for watching.